pretty sharp in the first half. Shot it well, obviously made a bunch of shots and spaced it and played fast. I thought we were pretty selfless throughout the game. Defensively, we've got a ways to go. But it's nice to see the ball going for us. We've got to get back to work tomorrow.
Coach, getting back to the threes, you've mentioned numerous times this year already. You see this in practice,
Yeah.
all the time, but to see it in game. There's been a couple other contests this year where you shot well from the perimeter, but when you see it in games like this, I mean, kind of fulfills what you're saying there just a little bit.
Yeah, it confirms it to our guys. I don't think that we've had any lack of confidence to this point, or I don't think we've really questioned ourselves. It hadn't gone into the rate we thought it would go in, and that we see for the most part. And I'm not trying to sit here and say we're like an elite shooting team, but our numbers coming into this game from three weren't very good, and we shoot it better than that. We've got our guys are better players and shooters than that number indicated. I think some of it early on was a little bit of shot selection, and some of it is, again, getting used to the tempo. It's new for everybody. So tonight was, again, took a bunch of A shots and turned down some C shots. Took a few C shots too, but turned down some C shots to get some A shots. I like the way it moved a lot.
Cannon and Jeremiah each making their first one. How much did that set the tone?
That's big for us because we've often, to this point in the season, missed that first one or two, or even a few. So nice for us to settle in earlier tonight than we have to this point this season. And then, from that point, it just it kind of snowballed a little bit, where they just they kept going in for us.
When games get like this and the score gets kind of out of hand, you as the coach, what are you looking for from your guys? Like, say, when that margin's like 35, 40 points, whatever it might be, what are you looking for?
Maturity, standards. And we did that for the most part in terms of our selflessness, like taking our shot offensively, defensively. We've got to be better, of course. I don't want to take anything away from Tennessee Tech because they run great stuff, and Coach Pelfrey's terrific. They've got some skilled guys, and they made some plays. You're not gonna get stops every time down the court, but we got out of character a little bit with some unnecessary gambling and errors and rotating up the court and press, and just gave up too many easy ones and then fouls down the stretch. So you got to address those things tomorrow in film. But offensively, I thought that maturity was pretty good. Playing with the lead.
Coach, just 8 games in, where are you? From a bird's eye view, where is this team to you? And obviously, you guys are starting to get in that rhythm of game, practice, game, and then a little bit of a break, practice. Yeah. On just where you think you guys are right now.
Well, these games here are they're on your schedule, and you've got to do the best you can with these opportunities for growth, for evaluation of your guys. Coming off a tough one, it could have gone either way against a team that I think is going to be an NCAA tournament team, and then we've got another opportunity on Tuesday. So I think we'll learn a lot more then, for a couple reasons. How do we bounce back against another high major, the third in a week, or 8-9 days, whatever it is, and then our first road contest, against a team that's was playing really well. They struggled last night, of course. They're a lot better than that. I thought Texas A&M last night was just terrific. But the way that Florida State played at Florida when they're playing like that, they can compete with anybody in the country. So we got a great opportunity on Tuesday to see where we're at.
I want to ask you about that a little bit. The kind of way you've spaced the schedule out this year. Some games where the team can learn about itself. You got the 2 tough ones in Charleston, the one here today, and then you go to Florida State, and you've got Cincinnati over at State Farm. Is that was there like a method to that madness, so to speak, to kind of schedule the games like this to kind of get you guys ready for SEC play?
It's tough with working around other sports, in every athletic department, in the facility, and exam week, and then you're also working with other schools who are working with those same factors involved. So whether you spread them out a little bit, you know, a couple high majors in a row or not, you know, it's at the end of the day, we're going to have 5 or 6 high-level opponents and some mid-major opponents every year, and then you're going to have 18 beasts, you know, level opponents in the SEC. So it's just the way it worked. So it's a big week for us, but it's Florida State first, obviously, in tomorrow's practice. Most importantly, we got to go down there and play well to give ourselves hopefully a chance down the stretch.
You've talked about shot selection. How do you get guys to transition from, I might have a decent shot here, but I'm going to pass it to my teammate who has a better one and be selfless?
Well, we talk, and I think we're all doing the same thing as coaches. It's not about how many shots you can get up or how many points. It's about efficiency and percentages. And in order to have good percentages, you got to take good shots. And our guys understand that. But in the heat of the moment, especially when you've been sprinting up and down the court, and we're all human, you know, and all our guys want to score. It takes time for guys, you know, to learn and to understand that, to buy into it, to accept it. And that's why you see a lot of older veteran teams, you know, at our level have more success offensively. So we took a step today, especially in terms of just seeing it go through the net, you know, making shots.
Just from a defensive rebound perspective, I know that's an area you've been pointing to again all year long. How do y'all think y'all did today?
Just okay. Attention to detail was just okay. I thought we outreached them a few times just having more length, having more size, but that doesn't necessarily translate to defensive rebounding success in the SEC or in the ACC. So we'll continue to address it. I know they only got 9, but we've got to do a better job there. There are a lot of things we could have done better defensively. So I'm excited to watch it.
Coach, what are your thoughts of Smurf? I know he had 23 tonight. I know he's coming off the bench, but he had some nice passes in there tonight. So just what was your thoughts of him tonight? He's
super consistent. He's going to be the same guy tomorrow. He's a guy that you can trust on the ball, off the ball. He's competitive. He's liked by his teammates. He's a culture guy. Love coaching him. And it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Smurf.